Now, there's a number of errors that people make with their personal brand on LinkedIn that make them scream out amateur, and I want you to avoid them. So we're going to go through them in this video. Now, the issue here is that your profile might look good to you because you've got a headline and an about section and you're posting content, but you're finding that you're not actually attracting premium clients. You're just getting inquiries from tire kickers, low budget buyers, or people who aren't serious, if you're getting anything at all. So something's signaling amateur to high ticket buyers, and until you identify and fix it, you'll keep repelling the clients that you actually want. So I want to show you some of these red flags. Now, the first one is just having a generic headline. So if your headline just says CEO, consultant, coach, or helping businesses grow, you're signaling amateur. Real buyers don't have time to figure out what you do. They want to know immediately, who do you help? What result do you deliver? How do you actually do it? So the fix here is to use the who plus result plus how formula. So for example, I help B2B consultants build 50K pipelines in 90 days using LinkedIn without paid ads. So you can see this is specific, it's outcome focused, and it's premium, and you can fix this in just 5 minutes. So think about your own offer and what you can do to make the adjustment for that. Now, the second one is no social proof. So if you've got 0 LinkedIn recommendations and no featured section, either with a case study or a free course or testimony or something like that, you can end up signaling amateur, because premium buyers, they want some kind of proof. They want to see a process, and they want to be able to at least know, have you worked with others, to give them some kind of better understanding or idea of how you go about doing this. So you can just ask 5 to 10 clients, colleagues, or peers for LinkedIn recommendations and feature your best case studies, testimonials, or client results in your featured section, because this will signal credibility, and you can fix this in just 15 minutes. The third red flag is a vague about section. So if your about section says I'm passionate about helping people, or it's all about you, your credentials, your journey, your story, then you're signaling amateur. Premium buyers, with all due respect, they don't actually care about you. They care about their problem and whether you can solve it for them. So the fix here is to rewrite your about section using this structure: problem, solution, proof, invitation. So the problem is to call out the problem that your ideal client is facing. The solution is to explain how you actually solve it. The proof is to share client results, case studies, or a breakdown of your process. And then invitation, invite them to take the next step. Really focus on client transformation, not your credentials, and you can fix this in just 20 minutes. The fourth red flag is inconsistent posting. So if your last post was 3 months ago, if you just post randomly once a month and 5 times in a week, you're signaling amateur. Premium buyers want to work with people who are active, they're engaged, and they're visible, whereas inconsistent posting signals that you're just not serious or you're not successful. So the fix for this is to commit to a consistent posting schedule. 3 or 4 times a week is ideal, because consistency signals professionalism, and you can fix this starting today. Now, the fifth fix is then low quality content, the fifth red flag, I should say. So if you're just posting only motivational quotes or super generic advice, your content could basically apply to anyone, then you're signaling amateur. Because premium buyers, they want to see expertise. They want frameworks, case studies, insights. They want to know that you're an expert in your field. So the fix for this is to post content that actually showcases your expertise. Share frameworks that you'd use with your clients, case studies, unique insights, and this signals authority, so you can fix this with your next post. Now, the sixth red flag is no clear call to action. So if there's no clear CTA in your about section, no link to your calendar, no landing page, then you're signaling amateur. Because premium buyers, they need to know what to do next. If you don't tell them, they're just going to leave. So make sure that you add a clear call to action to your about section. So for example, ready to build a 50K pipeline in 90 days, then DM me the word pipeline or book a call, and you can put the link in. Just make it one click away, and you can fix this in only a few minutes. Now, the seventh red flag is an amateur profile photo. So if your profile photo is a selfie, a group photo, blurry image, or you're wearing sunglasses or a hat, you're signaling amateur, because premium buyers, they're going to judge you in the first few seconds. Your profile picture is really going to be one of the first things they see. So invest in a professional headshot. You can even use an AI tool to help you to produce one now. Have a clean background, professional attire, be smiling, and have good eye contact, because this will signal professionalism, and you can fix this all almost instantly. So the real checklist for this is to fix your headline, add a clear call to action, ask 5 people for a LinkedIn recommendation, then rewrite your about section, feature your best case studies or your process, and then schedule a professional headshot. Within an hour, you pretty much fix all of the red flags, and now you don't look like an amateur anymore. So you've gone from being generic to being specific, and as a result, you're going to have more and more clients reach out. People are evaluating this stuff, and it does matter because they make quick judgments, right? Within seconds, they're going to look at your profile, make some assumptions, and draw a conclusion on who they think you are and whether you can actually be valuable or not. Now, some of the things that you might be thinking is, well, I don't have case studies yet. And one thing you can do is either use your own results or really go to downtown on explaining your process in a lot more detail so people can see that you're credible because you can clearly articulate your process. Now, in terms of a photo shoot, I mentioned to you, you can use AI tools. You can just grab your smartphone, have good lighting. It's super simple. And if you don't know what to post, just share frameworks that you use, share real insights, lessons learned. Think about stories that you have. It doesn't need to be perfect. You just want to focus on the consistency. There's no real excuses for this. Fix these red flags and you'll be in a much better position where you'll start to attract premium clients. You're going to turn your profile into much more of a client generation machine, and you'll start to look like the expert that you actually are. Now, this is a small piece of the type of thing that we cover here at Influx at our agency, where we help our clients to generate qualified leads on autopilot, all through LinkedIn, all inbound, guaranteeing at least $50,000 in net new pipeline within 90 days or less. So if something like this is of interest to you, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below of this video where you'll be able to learn and understand more about exactly how we go about doing this type of thing for our clients. So again, check out the link I've left in the description box below of this video. And if you found this particular video helpful, please do take a second just to hit that like button, to leave a thoughtful comment, to share, and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next bit of content. Again, if you found this helpful, please do take a second to do that, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.